everyone, this is me Sahitya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll discuss about Prime Minister of India. So let's begin. So first of all, we'll discuss about Prime Minister of India. Okay. So the Prime Minister is the real executive and the head of government of India. And in the parliamentary system, the Prime Minister is the most powerful political executive and responsible for the leading the councils of ministers and directing administration of the country. So this topic is highly important for UPSC prelims, GS paper 2, state PCS and SSC, judiciary and interviews. So let's begin. Okay. So first of all we'll discuss about constitutional position. So councils of ministers comes under article 74 and appointment of PM and ministers comes under article 75 and duties of the prime minister comes under article 78. And we'll move to the introduction. So India follows parliamentary system of government, and whereas president constitutional executive, which is also called nominal executive, and prime minister is the real executive. So the prime minister is often described as head of government and leader of the councils of ministers and leader of the Lok Sabha if a Lok Sabha member, and chief advisor to the president and chief coordinator of the government policies. We'll move to the appointment of the prime minister. So article 75 talks about appointment of the prime minister. The president appoints the prime ministers. Normally the president appoints the leader of the party or collective coalition having a majority in the Lok Sabha. Example, if one political party wins a clear majority in the Lok Sabha, its leader is invited by the president to form the government. Okay, so when no party gets majority, hung parliament, the president may be used limited discretion. President may invite leader of the largest party and leader of the coalition that can prove majority support. And we'll move to the example. So after a fractured mandate, the president may ask leader of the coalition to prove majority through a floor test. So we'll move to the qualification of a prime minister. So the constitution does not prescribe separate qualification. However, the prime minister must be a citizen of India, be qualified to become a member of parliament, and if not already an MP, become a member of either house within 6 months that we discussed. So example, a person appointment as prime minister without being an MP must enter the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha within 6 months. And we'll move to the oath. So oath, prime minister takes oath of office and oath of secrecy. The oath is administered by president of India. And we'll move to the terms of office. The constitution does not prescribe a fixed tenure, and the prime minister remains in office as long as he or she enjoy the confidence of the Lok Sabha. We'll move to the example. So if the government loses a non-confidence motion, the prime minister must resign. And said we'll move to the salary and allowances. So the salary and allowances of the prime minister are determined by parliament. The prime minister also receives official residence, security staff and other facilities. We'll move to the power and functions of the prime ministers. So first is formation of the councils of ministers. Okay, the prime minister recommends ministers to the president and decides the size of councils of ministers and allocate portfolios and can recommend the removal of ministers. Example, the prime minister may reshuffle the cabinet by changing ministerial portfolios. And we'll move to the second one, head of the councils of ministers. The prime minister presides over cabinet meetings, coordinates the work of different ministries, and resolves differences among ministries and ministers. Example, if two ministers disagree on a policy, the prime minister takes the final decisions. And we'll move to the third one, link between president and the councils of ministers. So article 78 talks about a link between president and the councils of ministers. So prime minister communicates cabinet decisions to the president and finishes information sought by the president and places matters before the cabinet if the president's so requires. So we'll move to the fourth one, leader of the Lok Sabha. So the Prime Minister is a member of Lok Sabha, leads the House and announces important government policies and defends government decisions. Example, the Prime Minister replies during major parliamentary debates. And fifth one, principal advisor to the President. The President normally acts on the advice of the Prime Minister and councils of the ministers. Example, appointments of the governor and judges are made by the President based on constitutional process and ministerial advice. So we'll move to the sixth one, chief spokesperson of the government. Prime Minister represents the government in parliament, before the public, and at international forums. So we'll move to the seventh one, national leadership. So Prime Minister leads national policy, coordinates responses during crisis, and represents India internationally. Example, the Prime Minister chairs high-level meetings during natural disaster or national emergencies. So we'll move to the eighth, chairman of important bodies. So the Prime Minister is the chairman of several important bodies including Niti Aayog, Cabinet Committees on Security, National Integration Councils when convened. Okay, so powers over the cabinet. Prime Minister can convene cabinet meetings, decide the agenda, coordinate ministries, and recommend dismissal of ministers. Example, if a minister resigns or loses confidence, the Prime Minister may advise the President to appoint a replacement. So we'll move to the Prime Minister as pivot of pivot of government. Okay, so political scientist Ivor Jennings described the Prime Minister as the keystone of the cabinet arc. So what is the meaning? Meaning is Prime Minister holds the cabinet together and ensures effective functioning. We'll move to the relationships with presidents of Prime Minister. So President and Prime Minister. President constitutional head and Prime Minister is real executive. And appointments, PM. President does appointments, PM and advises President. Prime Minister advises President. And President acts on ministerial advice and Prime Minister heads the councils of ministers. We'll move to the relationships with Parliament. The Prime Minister leads the majority in the Lok Sabha and answers parliamentary questions and introduces major government policies and is collectively responsible with the councils of ministers to the Lok Sabha. Okay, so we'll move to the Article 75 subclause 3 talks about collective responsibility. So the councils of ministers is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. Example, if a no confidence motion is passed, entire councils of ministers including Prime Minister must resign. So we'll move to the Prime Minister versus President. So Prime Minister is real executive, President is constitutional head, and Prime Minister is heads government, and President heads the state. Appointment by President of is PM, and elected by Electoral College is President, and responsible to the Lok Sabha is Prime Minister, and not responsible to the Parliament is President. So we'll move to the Prime Minister versus Chief Ministers. So Prime Minister is the head of Union Government and Chief Minister is the head of State Government. And Prime Minister is appointed by President and Chief Minister is appointed by Governor. And Prime Minister is responsible to the Lok Sabha and Chief Minister is responsible to the State Legislative Assembly (SLA). And important constitutional amendments. So 42nd Constitutional Amendment 1976 talks about made the President bound by the advice of the Councils of Ministers. And 44th Constitutional Amendment 1978 talks about allowed the President to return advice once for reconsideration. After reconsideration, the advice becomes binding. And important Supreme Court cases, Shamsher Singh versus the State of Punjab. The Supreme Court held the President acts on aid and advice of the Councils of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister, except in few situations where the Constitution provides otherwise. We'll move to the mnemonics. So LCPCP. L stand for Leader of Government and C stand for Councils of Ministers and P stand for President Advisor and C stand for Cabinet Head and P stand for Policy Maker. We'll move to the one line revision. So one line revision is Article 74 talks about councils of ministers to aid and advise to the president. And Article 75 talks about appointment and tenure of PM and ministers. And Article 78 talks about duties of the prime ministers. And Article what is the real executive means prime minister, and collective responsibility is councils responsible to the Lok Sabha, and cabinet leader uh, is prime minister. So we will move to the some prelims questions. So and also facts, important facts. So the prime minister is the real executive of India, and the president appoints the prime minister, and prime minister must become an MP within 6 months, if not already one. And the council of ministers is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha, and the prime minister is link between president and the councils of ministers, and prime minister is generally chairman of Niti Aayog. So we'll move to the men's value addition. So observation by V.R. Ambedkar. The prime minister is the central figure in the cabinet system. Without the prime minister, the councils of minister cannot function effectively.